Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. First and foremost, happy Saturday. The LA regionals are undergoing, or at least when this video is released, it'll be like 2.5 hours away before it's released, but I will unfortunately be asleep. I got a lot of stuff to do tonight as per recording, but I'm hoping you guys have a great Saturday nonetheless. So in the last episode, we went 4-1, which was great. Didn't think that we would ever hit that number, but we did, and we made some pretty good plays, in my humble opinion. However, we are still trying to diagnose how do we get rid of ice riders and be able to deal with like maybe the mirror Kyogre matches. So leave your comments down below on what your guys' suggestions would be. I'm kind of thinking of Incineroar to kind of answer everything, but we would change around the attacks a little bit just so that we don't really take any hits in the what I'm trying to think of, in the rain. So if we could find a way that we could have a huge benefit of Incineroar in the team with not only Fake Out but Will-O-Wisp, we could take advantage of burning people without them thinking that I'm just gonna instantly burn them. We were gonna have to Fake Out, or at least what am I trying to think of? We're gonna try them to force their Terras early just so that we get an easier grasp on some of the Pokemon, but at the same time we will need to have some counters on our own, including Pokemon like Amoonguss. I don't really have a whole lot of counters for him, unfortunately. I do have 2 targets that could do something, but if I use my Terra targets like in an unrealistic manner, I'm gonna be left open for a lot of different things. But enough rambling from me. Let's go ahead and get started off with today's video. So before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. I do reply to any and all comments left behind, and let's see how our matches are going to be today. Also, it's just 5 today, just 5. We're past our triple digits, so we're back to 5, at least for now. I'll probably do 6 for Sunday, but for right now, that's what we have. Let's go forward. Okay, so we've got Torkoal, Urshifu, Ice Rider, Ursaluna, Indeedee, and Rillaboom. So this is going to be a very interesting bunch. How do we counter this particular team? So we're going to need to be able to do damage to Ice Rider, but we will also need to be able to counter Torkoal. Torkoal is going to set up the Sun, which is going to make damage from Urshifu very, very little. And we also do need to have some sort of counter later on. So if we do maybe, let's say, Tornadus and Urshifu, then we can come in with like U-turn to bring in like Kyogre and maybe Chien-Pao. It would mean that we leave Burgeraff and Fluttermane in the back, but I think this particular setup might be really, really good for us in the long run. So let's get my notepad set up here. Oh, you guys probably don't know this because I don't really mention it. I filled up one whole notepad with VGC fights. So brand new thing. All right, we have Ice Rider and Indeedee. So it's probably gonna be a duo setup for Trick Room. So in this case, we don't really have anything to worry about as of yet. That doesn't mean anything, but we're probably gonna get redirected from Indeedee. So what we should do is like Bleak Wind Storm, and I mean we can go with the U-turn. Both of them are very effective, but I think we go straight. Actually, instead of the Bleak Wind Storm, let's swap to Kyogre immediately. Battle, Surgeon Strikes, and we go right into Indeedee. We already know that Psychic Seed was the item, so it's not the Rocky Helmet. So we're gonna go right into that slot and just cause a ton of damage. So now I open up with Kyogre when it's raining, so now Surgeon Strikes is gonna get a boost to 1.5. And now we make it a stab bonus of 2. So the Surgeon Strike should be able to do a lot of damage here. Here's the Follow Me as predicted. Surgeon Strikes. Now Ice Rider is going to get Trick Room off. I can't stop him. Because this open is really like particular. I can't stop it during this one because I can't not do the follow me. So there's nothing I can do about that. Instead, what I could do is just prevent anything happening after that, which is why I went with this particular open. Because now Torkoal could come out, which is totally fine. Here comes the switch. There's Torkoal. Route comes in. Now, the thing is, I could swap into someone else and then bring out, you know, Chien-Pao. I could bring out Tornadus, but I don't think it really matters at this point because I'm going to have Glacial Lance and a Torkoal in front of me. So what I'm going to do instead is Surging Strikes into Ice Rider. It's going to be doing half damage now. I can't do anything about it. Here comes the Terra. It's going to probably go to the Torkoal. Yep. Terra of Fire. Yep. So they definitely called it, obviously, and they're probably going to be like the ringleader of this match now. But I'm going to protect over here because then I can bring out Tornadus, and I can disarray the sun. Which is why I was like, okay, I'm okay with sacrificing like Urshifu. I really don't want to, but at least, oh Jesus. Oh, it's weird, right? It's weird. It's not very effective against the Urshifu because Urshifu being water type it takes resisted damage over from ice type. Something that I've been looking at. The only way that I can completely ignore Chili Nay or just Ice Rider as a whole is to literally use Empoleon. So I'm going to use Origin Pulse, and I'm just going to go straight for Rain Dance. We didn't Tailwind. We're not going to... We already knew that was going to be like a problem. I'm going to Rain Dance to get rid of the sun. Torkoal's not going to do half damage. Like, even with it being Eruption, this should not do that much damage. If it does, I call... Okay, I was going to call Shenanigans. Glacial Lance. Kyogre's not going to take that much damage. Tornadus is unfortunately going to go down. Chili-Nay. But now we get an Origin Pulse, which is going to miss someone. I hope it hits Torkoal. Does not hit the Torkoal, but it will hit Ice Rider. It's not 100%. Maybe if that was like Water Spout, it would have done a little bit more, but I doubt it. I absolutely doubt it. Okay, how long does it have Trick Room for? 2 turns. Origin Pulse, and we will protect. They've already used a Terra on the Torkoal, so I do have a chance to get this Ice Rider out. There's 2 more turns on the Psychic Field too. My hope is that I don't do... that they don't do too much damage so that Kyogre can stay on the field. Last time this barely did anything. So I'm hoping that's the case now. I think that's going to be in range. There comes Glacial Lance. And you can see, like, yeah, that's too much. Okay. I should have double protected. But as you can see, that sets them up. It turns off priorities because they can't do anything. It allows, like, Trick Room or Tailwind users to kind of get shafted on. Like, I have not been able to get a good, like, setting, all because of 1, Trick Room, and 2, the field. So let's go for a second protect. Let's try. It fails. Okay. Well, that's a loss. First loss in our newly done notepad. I believe we're... Could be like, yep, 54. Cool. That is officially 54-55. It sucks, but it was an option. It's weird because, like, even when working with the weather, Torkoal shouldn't have been doing that much damage, but at the same time with Charcoal or even Specs, it does just a... So in regards of like playing with weather, we need to figure out, okay, if the calcs were up, what would we do damage wise for this and then for this, and then try to calculate try to calc the outcome that we want that's more favorable for us. We can also try to figure out if increasing our maximum HP adds to more damage to like Water Spout or even Eruption. I don't think that's going to be the case, but it could. There's a lot of mysteries about this game, so we could look into that if we need to. For now, let's move on. Okay, so we have Terapagos, we have Comfey, Grimmsnarl, Volcarona, Rillaboom, and Ogerpon. So in this particular setup, we do have to worry about Terapagos, but we also do have to worry about Comfey. And Comfey, with the triage ability, we need to pretty much shut it off as much as we possibly can. Everything has priority for that thing. So Fergraph is probably going to be one Pokemon that we're going to need on our field as much as possible. So I think the best course of action is going to be Urshifu, Chien-Pao, Fergraph, and I think having Fluttermane is going to be the best option for us. Because we can KO a lot of the Pokemon on that side of the field, and if we can't, we can swap in one or two Pokemon just to be able to deal with whatever they have on the field. If we have Ogerpon, we can close combat, U-turn, and get rid of everything that we need. If they have Comfey, we can switch in Fergraph and then go from there. But they open up with Rillaboom and Grimmsnarl. So in this particular matchup, what we're going to want to do first is swap out Urshifu for Fergraph. That way we don't get hit with Fake Out, and I can go straight into to Rillaboom. That's the general idea. And it's also going to turn off Grimmsnarl so that they can't do anything. So swap to here, and then here to that to that. Now we can see Reflect off of Grimmsnarl here. Switches come first. We have Terra targets. Nope, Grassy Glide was going to go straight into... there's the Reflect. Well, yeah, it does go off speed, so that does make sense. Reflect does lower down the damage of Icy Spinner. Does it? Yep, it does make it so that he lives. Let's go. Grassy Field disappears from that. Now we don't know what kind of Terra type that not Terra type, but what moveset it is. Probably is Salt Vest. We'll go in with this and probably Sucker Punch. The Rillaboom. No, it's pretty much dead on arrival. So what we could do. What else does he have? You know what? We're gonna Ice Spinner into that slot instead. We're gonna do the double. So there's the swap, which is what I was fearing. And Comfey. Ah. Shiny. Let's go. Ice Spinner goes right into that slot. Now Comfey can't do anything on our side of the field, so we don't really have anything to worry about. But there's the Hyper Voice. Citrus Berry heals up Comfey, but I get the Throat Spray proc. Raises our special attack. Spirit Break right over to Chien-Pao, which is unfortunately going to get the KO, but that's totally fine because now we can come in with our Fluttermane, which is definitely going to be taking a lot of KOs here. Which is why we have Fluttermane into our party. Because now we can do Helping Hand, Fluttermane, and then Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleam, which is going to do a ton of damage. Now we can see Light Screen here, but it isn't enough to do less damage. We can see Floral Healing. We can also see other things proc from Comfey, but Comfey can't attack our side of the field, which is why we have Fergraph in the party. Because now we shut off effectively one Pokemon on that side of the field by literally having Armor Tail up. Which is something that I would definitely recommend having, like something like Majestic what is it? Or Queenly Majesty, I think it's called. Draining Kiss, it's gonna fail. Armor Tail. Anything you do, it's gonna fail. Light Screen, totally fine. This is probably still gonna get the KO because it is a helping hand. There comes Dazzling Gleam. Yeah, Queenly Majesty is also gonna prevent priority attacks. So stuff like that. So effectively, we've turned off their entire gimmick for priority, which is what we want to do. We want to hinder them, but give us the full maximum benefits we possibly can. They're gonna bring out Rillaboom, which now I can be affected by. Oh no, I can't because Fake Out and Tropicos. Okay. Grassy Surge, which is totally fine. We can have the additional healing, but again, no priority moves can be hit against us. And we could just activate that, and I'm locked into Dazzling Gleam, so we're going to be into that. Terra's probably going to go into Terapagos, just because of the fact that like the turtle really needs it here. No Terra. Okay. I go first. Dazzling Gleam. Terra Shell acts up, so now it gets the first set to negate the damage. So it's not super effective, but it will knock out the Rillaboom. Since they didn't Terra, what are they doing? Oh, Mind? Is that enough? I don't think that's enough. Like, they can Terra next turn, but I don't think it's really going to do anything. Because I will outspeed it, and I have Helping Hand boosts. And this is now single target, so because there's only one target on the field, and they can't bring out a second one. So, okay. And we retied it, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so we have Gallade, Tropicos, Reniculus, I think that's what it's called. I think that's what that's called. I'm not 100% sure. Alolan Muck, Torkoal, and Dragonite. This is a wide assortment of Pokemon. Muck I'm going to have to worry about first and foremost. I'm also going to have to worry about Gallade too, because Sharpness and Sacred Sword and stuff like that does a ton of damage. Dragonite's also there. We might want to bring in Frigorap in case if it does want to do the extreme speed build, but I don't know if people do that still. It's going to be up for debate. We're going to open up Chiampao and Urshifu again, because that's what we did last time. We'll bring in Frigorap, and I kind of want to bring in Fluttermane, but Kyogre might be better. I don't really have to worry about them outspeeding me per se, so I don't really care for the most part. I'm really worried about Trick Room being activated. Yeah, let's bring in Kyogre. I won't bring in Fluttermane this time. Fluttermane might have been like the better choice, but I'm gonna go with my gut here and go with Kyogre. We'll see how this happens in this particular match. Oh, something I also just forgot. Usually Saturdays is when I do rental teams, so unfortunately I will be pushing that over to Sunday because, I mean, why not? Sunday is really, really good for rental teams. I do have one in mind already. I was hoping to get another one set up, but unfortunately I will not have one after this week. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think I should do. For now, we're going to continue with what we've got here. All right, so Gallade and Tropicos, we do have Sacred Sword that we can do a lot of damage to, or we can do Ice Spinner and Sucker Punch. You know what? Let's Terra Ghost, Sacred Sword into Tropicos slot, and then let's go ahead and Surging Strikes into Gallade. Let's see how this does. Oh, okay. We shall see. It might be me this time. If it's me, that sucks. If it's not me, that also sucks. It's probably me. Oh, it was them. That stinks. This is a DC, so we'll see if that counts. And because it was a DC, I wasn't able to knock out a Pokemon. You guys will have a 6 match. That is a promise, and I will keep my promises. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so we have Muck, Smeargle, Tatsugiri, Dundozo, Cresselia, and Flamigo. So we kind of already know what we need to do with this particular branch of Pokemon, realistically. So, well, that's a good question. What should we do? We do have options. We do need to have Chien Pao on the front because we will need to hit Muck when it starts doing minimize. Smeargle though, actually, you know what? We'll just do that. We'll immediately put them into a lot of pressure, and then we'll bring in maybe Kyogre after that. No, I don't need to power up the Dawn. I think that would be a terrible idea. That's my only choice, really. I've got all my other Pokemon ready to go. You know what? We'll do Tornadus. We'll have a Tailwinder in the back. It's probably not going to be as great, but if we have Tornadus back there and we have to go against the Dawn, we can swap out so that we don't take any damage from Earthquakes if they go with that route. Order Up is going to be really hard hitting, so hopefully we don't have to deal with that. But it's going to be Smeargle and Muck versus Urshifu and Chien Pao. So we're going to go ahead and Sacred Sword right into that slot, and I'm going to Surging Strikes into that slot. Hopefully we get the one-hit KO on both. Well, probably not Muck, but specifically I want it on the Smeargle. So yeah, follow me. Knew that one. Absolutely Surging Strikes. Oh yeah, that's no, you're absolutely tanked. You're gone. No Sash for you. You're just immediately deleted. Thank you, Sash. Power Alchemy takes over Moody. Now Muck is left pretty much wide open. Sacred Sword. I'm gonna ignore any stat buffs that you're gonna do. Here comes the minimize. Okay. Evasion Rose. And leftovers, or is that Black Sludge? Nope, leftovers, okay. Moody's special defenses and attack fell. Okay, so special defense up, attack down. It's not gonna really matter because Sacred Sword just ignores it. Comes out Cresselia. Lunar Blessing is gonna be a little bit of a problem. But also Moonblast is also going to be a problem. You know what? Sacred Sword into that slot. Terra, Surging Strikes into Cresselia. We're just going to pump out as much damage as we possibly can. We do need to protect Chien Pao. So the Moonblast comes out. We're in deep doo-doo. So hopefully we can survive a little bit longer. But here comes the Terra Water into that slot. Oh my goodness, that's not enough damage. How is that enough? This is a Terra, even though it's like 30. Come on, should be more. That's okay. Here comes Sacred Sword, right into the Muck. Drops it down to a third. Yep, there's the Lunar Blessing. That's totally fine. They didn't take the bait, which is unfortunate. They're going to minimize again. Heal up a little bit of HP due to leftovers. Okay, so I have to protect now. So defense goes up, special defense goes down. I have to protect here in case like the Moonblast does come out. I'm going right into Cresselia again. I did a lot of damage. Maybe this will allow me to do a little bit more. I know Lunar Blessing's also going to come out. Probably will come out again. But I can now live, or at least breathe a little bit easier because Tatsu and Dawn is not probably in the lineup. They're probably not there. So there's one. There's two. Is this gonna be enough? It might live with 1 HP. 3. Oh, it's like 4 or 5. Super close. Here comes Lunar Blessing. Nope, Psych Up. Okay, copied the stat changes. Why did you copy the stat changes? You know what I'm gonna do, right? Okay, so I'm just going to immediately take you out then, and Surging Strikes into Muck. And they hit! So Mutt goes down because he ain't gonna survive this. That's a crit. That's another crit. And a third crit. Down goes Muck. 3 times. I outspeed. Sacred Sword. Never misses because it ignores all stat boosts, and evasion is part of those. Something I learned after beating my face against this lineup for so long. I had no idea that Sacred Sword like ignores that, and it's like, wait, because I didn't realize that evasion was a stat boost. It's clearly on the screen. So Flamingo's now out, so that's dope. We'll just go into that slot twice. I feel like you should have done that first and not brought out Cresselia or swapped out Cresselia, because I feel like you probably would have done a little bit more. But again, I understand because of the fact that I had Lord Smeargle, so you weren't able to get like hardly anything done realistically, but I still had ways to get over it. So I guess it makes sense. Let's move forward. Okay, so we have Ice Rider, yay, Incineroar, Farigiraf, Amoonguss, Urshifu, and Pelipper. So they do have a way to stop priority, and they do have a way to do a ton of damage. So in this instance, what I want to do is Tornadus, and I kind of want to go with Kyogre, but I don't think that's going to be the best bet. I'll go with Chien-Pao instead. Bring in Kyogre in the back, and then we can go in with Flutter Mane after that. What I want to do is have ways to swap out Pokemon if I need to avoid like a fake out or anything that maybe Amoonguss could do. While I don't have like a grass type Pokemon that just ignore it, which is another Pokemon I thought about bringing onto my team, is like maybe Ogerpon, because our grass typing. But I feel like I have too many water types on my team to where I wouldn't be able to really effectively use it correctly. Although Ivy Cudgel in the rain would be perfect in this particular matchup. Both of them are really, really quick. Both of them would be able to outspeed a lot of my opponent's builds, but is that going to be enough for a way to give us a win? Probably not, but it would give us some sort of silver lining. So let's go forward and hope that we can get the win here. So they open up with Pelipper and Ice Rider, which isn't a bad thing. Bristle's now activating. So what do I want to do here? I could swap. I don't think swapping is going to be a good idea. Tailwind for sure. I don't think Ice Rider is going to activate anything. So going into Pelipper first with Ice Spinner might be the best bet. Now I could be wrong. And this could really screw me. But if I'm not wrong, then this should be a way that I can keep myself in the game. Here's the Terra, probably to Ice Rider. It is. And you are turned into grass. Okay. So what is your protect? Okay. What's your game here? I mean, you're probably going to activate Tailwind, or not Tailwind, but Trick Room now. Ice Spinner goes into the Protect, which is unfortunate. Yep, there's the Trick Room. That's why Sucker Punch wouldn't work. I could have Ice Spinner into that slot, but I don't think it would have really mattered. Let's Bleakwind Storm. I kind of want to Terra, but I don't think that's going to work, honestly. And I kind of want to save my Pokemon in the back. But I know that Ice Rider is going to attack. I know that for sure. So we're going to Sucker Punch into Ice Rider and Bleakwind Storm. Sucker Punch hits, takes it down. Just a little bit. Glacial Lance. It's going to take down the Tornado, so I can't do anything about that. It's not going to take down Chien Pao, but maybe Hurricane's going to come in and do some damage. So Neg, it says attack boost. Weather Ball. Interesting. Does take down the Chien Pao. So the problem is Glacial Lance is going to attack first, and I have no real way of dealing with Trick Room now. Let's see, I can't protect in between the two turns. It's a +2. I don't think it's really going to matter. It's Moonblast. No, let's Thunderbolt. Let's Thunderbolt the Pelipper. That's probably not going to survive, right? Terra Water, Ice Beam into Ice Rider. It's the only real option that I have. I think Fluttermane's going to go down here, and which means that's a +3. Glacial Lance coming my way. And I can't really do anything to Pelipper because it's going to underspeed me, which means it's going to go first. Let's see if there's a Glacial Lance. Fluttermane does... Oh, no, Fluttermane does go down. I was looking at Kyogre's health. So there's the +3. Which sucks. There's a Hurricane. That hits. I live with 12. Let's go. Ice Beam. That's not enough. That's a loss. Unfortunate. Especially after we just did really, really well at that last match. Like, we guessed, like, a lot of good things, and we played against, like... I don't want to say that it's a meme build. It does do work. It just depends on, like, what the main goal was. If it was just to do as much damage and climb up on the ladder to get, like, people, like, their Master Ribbon rank or whatever, sure, you can get, like, some good knocks in. But the fact that, like, you can't walk in with a Smeargle and Muck and not have someone with, like, Sacred Sword. I mean, you could probably do that. Urshifu was still able to hit Muck after, you know, +4 to its evasion. But is it enough to where you can safely say that you can be above board? I'm not 100% sure. Which is why I said, like, it's more of like a meme build. So if you don't know what you're, like, trying to do to counter it, you're not going to be able to win, which is what happened to me a lot. But at least this way, we can still safely say that we still have a problem with not only Trick Room, but Ice Rider. We need to figure out, like, a more cohesive way of dealing with that combo, to be honest. We do need to figure that out eventually. Okay, so we have Miraidon, Iron Bundle, Iron Valiant, Incineroar, Ogerpon, that's water, and Farigiraf. Okay, so we do have a couple targets here that we will need to worry about. First and foremost, we will need to be able to outspeed Iron Bundle. It just depends on what the combo is that they decide to open with first. We'll do Tornadus, Fluttermane, Urshifu, and we'll bring in our own Farigiraf. The only one that has priority is Incineroar, and do I have to worry about that turn 1? Probably not. Turn 4 to turn 5? I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. Let's go ahead and bring in Chien Pao, because I don't want to set up Rain in case if they have, like, moves that benefit the Rain. Like Thunder, I don't think anything else would really benefit water attacks. I know Ogerpon would get a 50% boost, so I don't want that to happen. But I do need to shut off the electric field, so it just comes to question of which one do I want to do first. Okay, Iron Valiant and Miraidon. Okay, turns that on. So this is gonna proc the Quark Drive. Speed was heightened. Okay. So now I'm left with a question. I do need to activate Tailwind because I do need to be able to. I do need to be able to outspeed. Should I go after Miraidon or Iron Valiant? I think Iron Valiant's going to be like the one target I need to take off immediately, because of the fact of like Miraidon can't outspeed 205, and they're not using anyone that has Tailwind, so I don't think I have to worry about that. They're gonna Terra. It's gonna go to Miraidon. Yep. Okay. So probably Electric. Berry. Okay. Doesn't resist, but it doesn't do super effective damage either. Interesting. Wide Guard. That's a good call. If I was doing that, because of Wide Guard, I'm actually doing way more single target moves now, because especially if they have a Wide Guard target. Bop. Down. Oh, Iron Valiant lives because of Sash. Let's go. And Electro Drift. Gonna go right into Flutter Mane. Bop. Flutter Mane goes down. Oh yeah, it's a crit. I mean, no matter what, it was gonna go down. No matter what. I couldn't do anything to stop that. It's not resisted anymore. Yeah, let's try it. Okay. We'll swap out to Qian Pao. Fight, Surging Strikes right into Miraidon. This might get what I need. I don't know if it will. I am faster than it for sure, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for me to be able to KO it. It just depends on how it's trained. Qian Pao. Now it lowers down everyone's physical defense. Terra. There we go. This is going to boost Urshifu's water attacks by 2. There's Wide Guard again. Why are you spamming that? I don't have anything. I don't have anything to spread. Oh, you're probably thinking Tornadoes. Right. Okay, there's 1. There's 2. It's not enough. Just barely. If I hadn't made it rain last turn, maybe that would have been enough. Electro Drift goes right into Urshifu. Yep. Which I'm okay with. I'm absolutely okay with that. Now Tornadoes can come out. Okay, so Qian Pao can now go Ice Spinner into Miraidon, and I can protect on Tornadoes. Because we're going to get hit with the Wide Guard again. And I can take down the biggest attacker that's on the side of that field. So Iron Valiant retreats. Okay. Rigorath. It's going to take down the Sucker Punch that I didn't click. I'm going to get rid of not only the field, but I'm also going to get rid of Miraidon. Bop. So Miraidon goes down. No more Terra nonsense. Man, that... Oh, man. Just a little bit more on the Urshifu. Just a little bit more. I bet you if it was like Mystic Water, that probably would have done it. Probably would have done it. So probably like maybe... I'm kind of thinking of switching off of... off that, to be honest. Okay, so Ogerpon comes out. How long do we have Tailwind for? 1 more turn. Okay. Let's go ahead and Sacred Sword into Ogerpon and Bleakwind Storm. Okay, Spike Shield. That's unfortunate. I should have went into the Furgraph. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. I outspeed regardless. Now watch, they're going to be like, oh look, we're going to activate Trick Room now. Bleakwind Storm misses the Ogerpon. Does no damage to me, thankfully. But I hit the Furgraph, so take that. Oh look, Trick Room, oh no! Speed like wears off this turn. I don't know why you did that. I appreciate you though. I appreciate you. Okay, so now Frigoraph goes first. I now outspeed Ogerpon. So I think what I want to do, I need to Ice Spinner there, and I'm gonna protect here. I think that's what they're gonna do. That might be the combo, or they could have went for Qian Pao. Hyper Voice goes first. I'm gonna proc the Throat Spray maybe? No Throat Spray. Oh, nope, went after Qian Pao. Dang it, okay. It's like, it was a 50-50, right? Like you either go after Qian Pao or you go after Tornadoes. And it was I got the less of the 50-50. Now, if I would have done like the opposite, like if I protected on Qian Pao and then like Bleak Wind Stormed, that might have been able to get me the win. But unfortunately, it's not going to do that. So we'll just set up for the Bleak Wind Storm and we'll take the loss. Nice cudgel, yep. Ah, 2-3, so not bad. We didn't get fully swept, but we did put a lot of our resources to take out one Pokemon. In the future, if you're going to do something like that, we should have something in the back that's going to be able to withstand whatever they have left if I have to throw everything at one resource. Which that's... oh, man. So personally, I didn't know that Urshifu would be able to knock out Miraidon. That's just not something I've calced for. Maybe if we changed the item, we could, but I do like the ability of outspeeding my opponents, especially when everyone's capped at like 205. If you're not like getting the Quark Drive boost, Urshifu will outspeed most, if not all, of the types that is currently out on the field. So being able to just kind of get in and out of like instances like that would be super beneficial. Like, see, where's my train of thought going with this? If I was able to outspeed everyone, then I can do just about as much damage, but then I have to rely or at least buff the damage somehow, which means I have to do something else. Okay, so maybe I could have done something different if I knocked out Iron Valiant first. But Miraidon was definitely the person I needed to take down. And obviously I couldn't really do anything after Ogerpon hit the field because once they used their Terror Target, I couldn't get around Ogerpon. So either way, I'd still have to try to find a way around not only Miraidon, but water Ogerpon, especially for Urshifu. Urshifu wouldn't be able to do anything else. Especially after I locked into Surging Strike. So I had to use it and then swap out almost immediately because otherwise I was going to heal Ogerpon over and over and over again, and I'm not going to be able to do as much damage. Shucks. If I was just able to knock out Miraidon. But I don't think there was anything else I could have done there. Even with the rain, I don't think I would have. Well, with the rain, I would have done it. But there was no way for me to see that so far into the future to get that set up because they started out applying immediate pressure with Miraidon, and I didn't have a way to counteract that because it was literally turn 1, I activated Tailwind. Turn 2, Fluttermane was gone, so I couldn't do anything about that. Turn 2, I literally just had to put a lot of pressure against Miraidon, and so the turn 2 literally could have been used to set up the rain to then do the damage that I needed to do. But I didn't have like, I didn't think of it. I thought the physical defense drop would be better. I had so much fun, I decided to give you guys an extra map. So we have Urshifu, Archelodon, Iron Bundle, Kyogre, Murkrow, and Serena, Queenly Majesty. Here we go. In this particular matchup, we do have a lot of Pokemon that we will need to deal with. However, the Pokemon that I think that we need to KO first is probably Murkrow and we need to be able to deal with our Chelodon. So in this particular matchup, I think the best option that I have is Tornadus and Fluttermane as the open. We'll bring in Urshifu, and then I'm kind of thinking Chien Pao, but we could also use Kyogre. No, we're going to bring in Chien Pao. I think that's the best bet. Core A and then Core B. Because I do need to be able to deal with Kyogre in case if I do get locked into that slot. But I just need to be able to knock out Murkrow, because that Pokemon can do Trick Room. It can also, not Trick Room, but Tailwind can also do Quash. So I will have to plan around that Pokemon quite a bit. We're just going to have to try and see what happens. Our Chelodon and Iron Bundle versus Fluttermane and Tornadus. Iron Bundle gets a Quark Drive, so it's 309? Yeah, 309. We do not want to make it rain for our Chelodon, but we do need to be able to outspeed. So we'll do that. And we do not want to use the Terra type. My guess is that Iron Bundle's going to protect here. So I'm going to Moonblast into our Chelodon. Now, I could be wrong. Absolutely. No switches. Moonblast comes out, so no protects. Drop him down to what? Sturdy? Sturdy? Icy Wind. Okay. Tornadus avoids it, so Fluttermane does get a little bit of the chip damage there. Drops the speed one stage. Electro Shot. No rain, so you have the Power Herb. That's why you had Sturdy. You're just accepting the fact that you're gonna. Okay, well now you're neutral, but who do you attack? Tornadus? Yep, I'm okay with that. Tornadus did his job. He absolutely did his job. Tailwind was activated, so I'm good. All right, we're gonna do Chien Pao. And we're doing Chien Pao instead of Urshifu because they do need to be able to take down the guy over there, the Iron Bundle guy. Yeah, that one. And I'm going to right into... That's Power Herb. He's probably got Protect. Which that means that we're going to have a little bit of a problem. But since Booster Energy activated on Iron Bundle... means we know that he doesn't have Sash, so Sacred Sword should knock him out immediately. And because Fluttermane outspeeds our Chelodon, we shouldn't have that to worry about either. Even with the plus, the -1, I should still be able to outspeed it. As Tailwind is still active. Yep, there it is. Okay. So there's the double knockout. They still have Murkrow. They still have Urshifu, they still have Kyogre, and they have someone else. Urshifu, I think? Brought out Kyogre, okay. And they brought out Urshifu, which is the Rapid Strike variant. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and protect. I think I'm going to go ahead and use my Terra. And I'm going to use... my Moonblast on Urshifu. Now, it still has the ability of having Sash, but again, I still outspeed it because they don't have a way to do speed control, as I knocked out Iron Bundle, who was doing the speed control. So I should be A-okay on this, but we'll see. Terra comes up, probably for Kyogre, and it's not, it's for the Urshifu, okay. Make it water. Awesome. Saw that one coming. So we protected over on the left. I outspeed the Urshifu, so I will attack into it. Does it have Scar? Or does it have... You have Aqua Jet? You went right into the Fluttermane. That's enough? How? No, wait. No. I refuse to accept that one. That is some bull crap. Aqua Jet does not do that much damage. It can't. Okay, bring out Urshifu. So my Urshifu versus your Urshifu. And I'm going to go ahead and Sacred Sword the Kyogre. And I'm going to you know what? I'll close combat the Kyogre. Aqua Jet, so you're either scarfed or banded. Close combat. It's enough. Okay, Sacred Sword. Down goes Kyogre. That one's gone. In the event that you're not banded or scarfed, I'm going to do that and that. This should get the KO. Pop. Okay, Chien-Pao goes down. It's combat. Will I survive? I mean, it's Aqua Jet. I do resist it. It's halved. Either half or fourth. This should not get the KO. It might. Okay, it doesn't. I was like, I do have -2, but it might, but I hope not. Oh boy. And we brought it back, guys. 3-3, 57-57. Urshifu 100%. Even with like the 2 close combat calls, we still did enough damage. That way we can do enough to knock out not only Kyogre, which was a definite target that I needed to take care of before I dealt with Urshifu. Because again, I don't know if that was banded. I don't know if that was scarfed. All I know is that it had Aqua Jet and it was doing a ton of damage. No, wait, never mind. It might have been Chien-Pao. Chien-Pao might have had a play in that. That's an incredible amount of damage, and that's a priority that I can't turn off. So it makes sense to me if that's what happened, but it still sucks. If that makes sense, it just still sucks. All right, Pokefans, that's going to be the end of today's video. We ended at 14,856 with a even-tied record of 57 wins and losses. Total of 114 fights. That's a lot of fights. But like I said in the beginning, no, I didn't say in the beginning. It's like second match in. I forgot that we were going to do a rental team this weekend. And that is going to be pushed over to tomorrow. So you guys will have your rental code there. And we're going to be highlighting Subspace's secondary team, which has a wonderful assortment of Pokemon that I'm hoping that you guys haven't gotten bored with. And it's going to be a brand new Pokemon I've never played with. So we're going to try that out and see how that goes. And I do have the EVs and everything already typed out. So we should have lots of fun for that particular team. And I'm hoping to have one for the week following. If not, we'll see what we can do. Or at least let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys like that I do, do you guys care if I do rental teams from like big VGC players at all? I think a lot of people like to talk about those teams already. So I don't think I really have anything to add, but I still leave the question off to you. Is that something that you're interested in? And if it is, please let me know in the comments down below. So because it is the end, we went 3-3, and that's all that I really have for you in this particular video. So please do me a favor by leaving a like on the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Leave a comment down below again, as I do reply to any and all comments left behind. If you're a returning viewer, hello, please hit the subscribe button. It does help out the channel quite a bit. It also helps the videos perform a little bit better. You also have the option of being notified when I upload next by hitting the notification bell over on the right and select that to all. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, there is a playlist at the end that has a little over 260 videos on it. You can watch from start to finish. Yeah, that's all that I really have. More videos coming. I do plan on releasing a video every single day for the rest of this month. And you guys will have the big tier videos at the end as I get ready for season 19 so that I can get a team up and running. by that time. So for now, that's it. That's all that I've got. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the show and the video so far, and I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Don't forget the LA Regionals, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Till then, take care, have a great day, and I'll see you then. Peace.